Good evening. Good evening, faculties. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pantech e-learning. So, and welcome to Generative AI with LLM model FDP program. So, once again, welcome to all. So, already you have completed the 4 days, right? So, today is our last day, so day 5. Today, we can discuss about the sentiment analysis using NLP, and also we can try to analyze the human face image generation. So, it's one of the another GAN model. So we can try to sort out that because we have a multiple lots of errors also there. So we can try to sort out that. Okay. So now we can continue with that. First, we can entering into the sentiment analysis. That means Twitter sentiment analysis. That is the first topic. So sentiment analysis is based on our human emotions related. So we can take down kind of on part of concept we need, right? So we can take the Twitter. So Twitter is one of the social media platform. In the particular Twitter, so most of the people is using for exposing his emotions. So whatever it is he think, they have exposed in this particular platform, right? So some what is that? The social media, sorry, like in cinema industry, most of people what they have to say, they will implement to the tweet their thoughts, tweet their thoughts, right? So same like us. So the emotions are conveying to us, right? We convey to everyone. So then only we can take the concept that also Twitter sentiment analysis. Okay. So fully work based on work with that NLP concept. NLP is a natural language processing. In day one, it was discussed about that, right? So what is exactly NLP? It is help to translate the language to human language into the system language. So full and full system language system, like every machine is working like a zero or one concept, right? So the machine have to understand the human language. So the NLP technology will help to this particular place. The NLP is an hotbed of research in data science these days, and one of the most common application of NLP is sentiment analysis. So thousands of text documents can be processed for sentiment and other features, including name, entities, topics, themes, so whatever it is, in seconds compared to the hours it would take a team of people to manually complete the same task. So in every, not only on Twitter, so in email or every social media platform, per day it's handling the thousands tons of data, right? In every people in all over world, it's around 800 crores people lived in work, right? Alive in work. Sorry, yes. So every people, so most of them using technology. So everyone know about the technology. They have a mobile phone and they are using the social media. So approximately we can say like that. Um, that means around 400, 50%, 400, around 400 people definitely using the particular social media platforms, right? So every Instagram, Facebook, or WhatsApp, so every social media contains lots of tons related data per day. They have to handle it. So each person is expose the emotions like story wise or feed wise or particular keynote wise, or else the what is that, some around thing in Instagram on feature is there. So the based on our current mood variation, they have to, we can put on the one particular song or music. So everything is comes like a NLP concept because the computer will have to understand the particular thing, that is um, if I am in a on happy mood, one of the happy mood, right? I have to share with my friends and families and in every people. So what will I do? So I have to give a put a story or any status or else any feed or any post. This kind of way I have to expose my emotions to us, so to everyone. So this is the way. So once my computer or like my mobile phone will understand my thoughts and my inputs, then only they have to establish to the another people. Okay, so this is the way the narrative has worked like that. And how what is the procedure of about this means understand the problem statement and the tweaks pre-processing and cleaning, and story generation and visualization from tweets, and extracting the features from cleaned tweets, and model building sentiment analysis. First, we can understand. So, what is the concept we have? So, we can take in the Twitter sentiment analysis. So, in the particular Twitter application, how many reviews is there? Or what kind of reviews is majorly there? This is our analysis. So, tweet processing and cleaning. So, in that particular tweet, which kind of related? We can understand that, and story generation and visual generation. Visually, we can represent our data and extracting the features from cleaned tweets. So already we have this, right? For example, now, if I have to anything, so yesterday I said one of the example, right? Okay. Yeah, Anirban sir, no, not a problem. So just now I also starting is an introduction only. So first I said about the today's concept. We can go with start with the Twitter sentiment analysis. So what is how NLP is working? So this kind of way we can start. The topic is Twitter sentiment analysis using NLP. So what is NLP? This kind of discussion I have to give. So don't worry. So next I have start with the procedure. So what is the procedure to explain about the particular what is that? Based on the topic Twitter sentiment analysis. Okay. So first thing, you can understand the problem. Second thing, the tweet pre-processing and the story generation. Like we can visualize our data, then extracting feature from cleaned tweets. So I have to set the example for this, the extracting the feature from cleaned tweets. Yesterday I have to generate one kind of image, right? That is the dogs play in top of the building. So that is my prompt. So in the particular prompt, it contains multiple words. Is that the of or else can you? So this kind of stop stem words also is present in the particular prompt. So already I said the particular model or our system take one particular important word. It is not a, it is take a specific word only. Do not take them everything. Right. The same kind of process also having in this particular NLP concept also. Finally, we can build a model for analyzing the sentiment. So if we will randomly give to like generate one kind of prompt. So for example, I have to purchase this product, but it is average one. This is my review or this is my tweet. So in this particular tweet, this comes at like a one thing is this comes under the negative tweet or else positive tweet. Otherwise, we can include it to the neutral tweet. So it is not a good, it is not a bad, it is an average one. So we can classify the data like target data like this way. One is a positive or negative, or is a good or bad. This kind of way we can classify the our final output. So here also same like that. The NLP process, it is a branch of artificial intelligence, the computer ability to understand the text and the spoken word in much the same way human beings can. So what kind of things the human start with the particular our words, the computer have to understand. So this is the way the NLP technology will helpful for this. And next one is a sentiment data. It's a natural language processor sentiment data. So analyzing the sentiment, human sentiment also. So if I mention the word like a happy, glad, or else joyful, see this kind of way it is a represent to the one of the positive mode, and bad I mean sad, and also in it other words. These kind of words comes under the negative later. Okay, so I'm okay. I'm not. I'm fine. I'm fine is also one of the comes like a positive, same like as neutral. So I'm fine means so based on the situation wise, the variant, the word expression will be different, right? So yeah, the objective of the particular thing is objective of this task is to detect hate speech in a tweet, and a tweet containing the hate speech like racist or sexist, or tweet contains positive speech like non-racist or sexist. So it is the major motto is in the particular person's tweet, it contains a negative or positive. That is the way it is represented here also. That is mentioned like a racist or sexist like that. So it is an unwanted thing or adulterated content. So you can notify that. So most of the social medias is not allowed to give adult content or also what is that this kind of negative things. Some kind of restrictions also have in everything, in every social media or every models or every AI models, so everything is having some kind of restrictions. If you go and search within ChatGPT in any alcohol generation, so there is so AI will be said, so I cannot give an answer for this. So now I try this one. I go with the ChatGPT. I have to ask him about how to generate the alcohol like that way. So in the based on the prompt wise is giving the answer. Okay. Then you give the procedure of um, it is spelling is right now alcohol. Okay. Okay, fine. Uh-huh. Yeah, he is a representative that making alcohol at home may be illegal or regulated in your country region, especially for streets. So always check your local laws before attempting this. So he's giving some kind of warning to me. So because ChatGPT is restricted for this kind of things, then only it is not give a proper thing, and or else it is give us some kind of notification like this. Like okay, so what is the problem? So in this particular project problem, we have a problem in a, so we have to give some kind of tweets. In the particular tweet is in related to positive tweet or negative tweet. So we have to find out. Our system have to also give a proper answer. So if randomly I give some kind of review like text. So in the particular text is contain positive or negative. That is our major problem, like our motto like that. Yeah, exactly. Classification. It is a good or bad. That's kind of way we can do. We have to find out. So this is the process of NLP. The first thing, we can have to collect the data and pre-processing the data and to visualizing the data. So visualizing is not our wish. If we have to visualize our data for our understanding, we can use that. And then we have mentioned the feature extraction about this. Then we can train our model. So same like a machine learning process or generative process. Once we can train our model, then we have to give a new data. Finally, it is classified. It is a good one or bad one. It's a lame and a fat and ugly. It is related to the one of the mood out thing. That means based on the emotions way it's variant. So I'm in happy by this emoji will represent to the happy. So it is a negative positive tweet or negative tweet based on the device. We can classify our data. This is the process. Then so we have to using both the train or TLS test both kind of data we have to use. And then data cleaning process. The data cleaning process is to removing the Twitter handles. That means, okay, so in every social media, what's the previous slide? Okay, so I have to come with the previous slide. So what do you expect, sir? Next one, okay. So which one you have to ask, sir? Action slide, okay. Uh. So what do you need, sir? Next one now. Before this one now. Data collection slide. Yeah. So it is a training data. So we cannot directly get the tweet in. We cannot directly collect with the Twitter side now. So we have some kind of data collection platform, like Kaggle, like the Kaggle wise, right? So we can get the data, so we can use that. That's it. Yeah, of course. So we need training and testing. Both we separately we need. That's why it's represented here. Yeah, of course. Okay. So next I have to bring data cleaning. Um, yeah, of course, definitely is here. So after this slide, I have to show. Okay. So first, the removing Twitter handles. So it's based on the mentioned thing, so tag thing. Then every social media we have to tag that. If I have, for example, if I have to put the story related, or for example, I have to go with my friends to outing. So after that, I will put on the story to our exploring places. Okay. So in every people will do this one. They will mention it to each other. Okay. So other people also they have to mention. If I go with my friends means I have to mention my friend's ID. So if I put on the story in Instagram means I have to mention the Instagram ID in the particular story. So then only the story will be reached to the particular each person also. So they have to give the story, take my video to put on the story itself first. So they can also. So this is the way at user this can at symbol or mentioned symbol. It is not no need our training process and also testing process. So we have to remove this kind of things and also remove punctuation and numbers and specific character also, and removing short words. Short words means just now I said that this kind of short word is not needed. So what is the main thing? If I mention one kind of tweet means if I have to, this is the good product, so I like this. So I have this is a positive tweet, but the model is only have to the good product and I like it. So it is the major thing. These words are major one. So others is no needed. Okay. So this is the way we can clean the data. Then data pre-processing. So tokenization and stemming. Two kind of things happen. Tokenization is the process of splitting a string of text into tokens. That means it is converting the characters into the numbers way. Stemming means it is a rule-based process of stripping the suffix. Um, just now I said no. Okay, I think running. I have to repeat this one now. The data pre-processing means there is two kind of pre-processing methods is there. Apart from this, the cleaning process. The cleaning process is to removing the user and the numbers and punctuation. Other than that, we have to apply this step, the tokenization, also stemming. Tokenization means the filter words is there now. So without punctuations and without characters, like without numbers and without special characters. Apart from that, we have to convert the filter data. Shall we make our own data? Yeah, you can try with this. So you can manually, yeah, but the most of the thing you have to make it in Excel or CSV file format. So you have to create one kind of column and mention some kind of tweets. So it is a positive or negative. Okay, the NLP is majorly supported to the some kind of a little more small, large amount of data. Okay, if you have less amount of data, it is not. What is that? Support for some kind of predictions. If you have some kind of limited data, is there. So next one, the tokenization. The tokenization just now I said the filtered words they're converting into the text into tokens, like in numbers format. The stemming is based on the rule based. So the ing, ly, es, these kind of suffix words is not allowed. But running means it can only take the run, the particular run word only it is take. And the slightly means it is take only slight. It is not like a it is not take a ly. That means splitting means in each tweet is having some kind of 2 or 3 words, right? Just now I said the product is good. I like it very much. This is my tweet, right? So in this particular tweet is having our major words, product good and like very much also we can take. That also mention the good one. So in this particular tweet, after the removing stem words, like that means stop words, we have a 4 kind of words, right? So in that particular words, we have to split it each one separately. So what I tell, I like is one of the word, very is one of the word, much is one of the. This kind of way, the split it the words, then we have to convert it to like convert as a number way. That means the like is converting into the example. It is converting like a 431 or 234. That like that way it is converted. Blank space can be used to split each word, right? But you have to manually do that now. So you have in our in my data set is so much of thing. I think it's around 70,000 data. I have the data. How to do this in each and every one? How to give a blank space in everything? It takes too much time. Then only we can apply this step in the tokenization. Around of the process, we have to give us some kind of modules. The module will be take that process in some seconds, like few seconds. So each and everything is having one kind of the work. Okay, then only we can use. So stemming is to avoid this kind of particular suffix words is no needed. That also avoided. And then visualization from tweets. So based on tweet space, we can visualize. So mostly we can using the based on the word space. How many words, how many times it repeatedly comes. That's why we can represent. First thing is the common words used in the tweets. So based on the word cloud is one of the visualization concept, like one of the visualization tool, word cloud. In a single frame, so what are how many times the particular common words is there? For example, the like, love, and the particular product name, the repeated product or repeated person name. Based on the repeatedly comes the words are showing in a single frame. So based on the count wise, the size will be differ. The particular love is the word is comes to the 100 or 150 times means the particular love word is showing like a big font size. So others is comparatively the others small. So I can show you. You can easily understand this one. The words in racist are not racist, and the words sorry, sexist are not sexist, and understanding the impact of hashtag and tweet sentiments. So this kind of way we can visualize the tweets. Then feature extraction. So based on the bag of word feature count vectorizer and a TF IDF feature. So before that, the tokenization is converting to the one whole number. In the particular TF IDF vectorizer is converting to the 0 or 1's concept, like 1's numbers. Because of the particular system only can understand the 0 or 1's numbers only, right? 0 or 1. So you can see the image, the data image. So here the 0, like once that kind of way, our every words will be converting like this format. That is called as a TF IDF vectorizer. It's one of the model to converting the words into the number format, like computer understandable format. Okay. Feature extraction is nothing but it is converting the numbers, like our tweets, into the computer understandable format. So in humans, we have a words wise, like English letters or characters wise, we have to understand. So that kind of data converting into the computer understandable format. That means the 0 ones like that way. So you can see this one, this particular image is there now. So this is the way the every word will be converting like this. Then only computer can understand. Okay. So next one is a model building. So we have one kind of machine learning model also needed, Navy bias for that. And we are in our coding wise, we have to multiple models we can we can use and work with that. And a count vectorization and TF-IDF vectorization. The both are is using for understand, like converting the data into computer understandable format. Finally, we can get the evaluation of our model. Based on our model's accuracy score, our prediction will be there. So accuracy score calculation for the best model for our particular target. Okay. So now we can go with that particular concept. Okay. So first I have to upload my data set. So this is the one of the file. Already we know. Okay, I have forgot this. I have to show the Kaggle, right? So I go with the Kaggle. Research within Twitter sentiment analysis data set. Search this one. They have to give some multiple data sets like this way. So I have to go with this. I think it's around 1.6 million tweets. It is highest range is there. So I have to choose this 2000 thing. This is one thing I have to choose. And here the right side. So here based on the things, the target and ID, date, flag, so user and the text, so everything will be showing like this. So what are the data is there? So in right side you have to file like the CSV file. So some data is having the training or testing both are mentioned like a one single file. So other some kind of what is that? Data set is having this individual files. So training is have one of the individual file. Testing is have one of the individual file. I have to choose another one. We can see with that. Okay, you can choose the 422. You can take this one. So you can choose. You can use. Sorry. So there is two kind of files. The two CSV files. I'll select, but it is have a two CSV files. One is a training data. Another one is a testing data. I think. Yeah, here. I sorry. So here the training Twitter training one and another one is a Twitter validation one. There is two kind of data. This is the one I have to mention in the slide. Training and testing. Here training Twitter training and Twitter validation. Validation is a testing. Mean like a testing. Okay. Okay. Now I go with that particular concept. Okay. So already have this one. So here I have to upload the file. So before that, we can directly download the Kaggle and we can get the zip file format. Here some codings also have. In coding wise, you can extracting your zip file into the normal file. Okay. So now first I will remove this everyone. So starting with I have to import each and everything. Yeah, of course. Both of we need. That is better to our what is that understanding. So you have a different training data is separately you have and testing data is separately you have. Can easy to access that. Okay, I have to delete this. Okay, fine. So now I delete everything. So once again I go with that and upload the data set. I already have the data set. If I have open the data set, okay. Hmm. Okay, so another file will be extracting. So we can wait for this. Okay, so now I go with the downloads. So here I have the file. So CSV file is here. I have to open this. Okay, wait, I have to open this, like upload to my data. I mean, collab. So here the file is here. I have to upload this. Yeah. Once it's done, I have to copy the path and paste it here. Automatically, the zip file was extracted, and another file will be showing like here. So now it's done. I go with that, copy the path and paste it here. And then I have to run this. If I run, everything will be showing here. So if I refresh, or else automatically it comes. Before that, it's only one file is here. After that, it's coming in multiple files. This is our data set, twitter.training.csv. This is our data set file. If I have to open this, yeah, now you can see this is a ID, or it's a label, or it's our target, it's a positive or negative. This is one answer, it is a tweet. So what is the tweet is have. So now some kind of thing is having down, it's not mentioning the header, like header means column names. If you have to mention the column names, you will manually. Okay, so this is our file. I have to close this. So now I have to copy this particular CSV file path for our file location. First, I have done with our zip file to extract that. Then we need it for some libraries, basic libraries. Pandas for pre-processing library. That means it's helpful to upload our file into the our system. I mean, yeah, our project. And NumPy means it is a numerical Python, understanding numerical values. Matplotlib to visualizing the data, and Cbon also same like that, visualizing the data. And from sklearn.metrics to find out the accuracy score. Then we have to split the data for our training purpose. The sklearn is where most of the time we can using in a machine learning concept. It is an important library for machine learning algorithms and everything. The model selection means we have to split the data. So we have our target is positive, is a positive or negative. So we have to split the data into dependent or independent variable. So target is an independent variable. Uh, yeah. So other things is a dependent variable. Okay. So now I run this basic libraries. Then I have to import the file. You have to paste the URL here. Then it is a way. So TD is a Twitter dataset. That is the way I have to represent our object name. That means the variable name. So then PD is an pandas. So here we're mentioning like now pandas. That is the pre-processing library. That means we have to upload our file. We have to follow this kind of syntax. And read CSV means to read our URL. Okay, this is our URL, dataset URL. So read CSV then content Twitter training.csv. And header for we can first we can have to identify the header is known, right? So we have to fill the names like a first one is an index, is an ID is an index, and the next one is tools means the particular mentioning the data like labels or whatever it is. Then the target means that is positive or negative. That kind of column isn't our target. Review means the text the expansion tweet is mentioned like a review or tweet. What kind of it we can mention like that. As an example, I have to fill like this. So before this, okay, for example, I'm not filling this one. I removing this everyone. Just copy this. After that, I have to remove this. Now I run this one like this format, like empty format. We have to see. So here the first index is mentioning like a header. That means column names. Before that, so I don't know how many people notice that. Here we can see that here the index tools target. The every column is having individual names. But it's here I am removing these particular things. So here the first row will be mentioning like a column names. Then only have to mentioning the each and everything like this format. So in our data set, we can see with our data set also we have to come to one kind of identification. Here also is the particular name is not mentioned. So you can see here also the header column is not have the particular column name. So we have to give the particular column name, right? Manually we can give the column name. So the first thing header will be known. We have to give the names. So first columns and index, second columns are tools, and the third columns are target, and the fourth columns are review. This is the way we have to give the name in each and everything. So now I have to run this. This time I have to run this cell. So in the first index is replacing to this kind of values. So first one 2401 instead of the index will be there, and the borderlands instead of the tools will be there, and the positive instead of the target will be there. This is the way everything will happen. Okay, run this. You can see index, tools, target, and review. Okay, then we have go with that tail. So not like a much different between these both the head and head means the first 5 rows will be executed. Tail means the last 5 rows will be executed. Here you can see there is around 74,000 tweet data we have. Okay, starting with the 0, ending with an 74,000. We can check with our shape of our data set. That is 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and the entries are 74,682. Then we have to fill the information about. We have to need information about our data set means mention like a TD, our data set name, like td.info means what is the starting and ending value, total entry count, and column names, and which column is having which kind of data type. Everything will be mentioned. Yeah, sir. Just now I said head means to execute at the first 5 rows. Instead of that, I removing this one. Okay, if I have to mention not mentioning the head means if I execute everything, so you can see the starting the 0, so everything will be mentioning like this format. I am not mentioning the head. So everything mentioning like the entire data exposed like this. Exposed like this. If I have to fill the head function, the first 5 rows are restricted rows only executed. If I not mentioning the numbers means it is automatically generate the first 5 rows. We have to mention in the 10 means the first 10 rows only is executed. We can see the starting with a 0, ending with a 9. First 10 rows will be executed in this particular cell. Tail also same like that. It is mentioning to the last 10, last 5, last 10 like that way. Right, exactly, Ravi Sharma sir. Exactly. Thank you for your response. Then the shape means is helpful to find out the count, how many columns and how many entries are there. The info means the how many same like that. What is the starting and ending? So 0 starting with a 0th index, ending with an 74,681 index. Total entries are 74,682, and columns name and how many null values and how many what are the data types are there. So why the index number means like an integer means everything is mentioned. Yeah, the index value is a whole number. It's mentioned represent like an integer, and tools is an object. So everything will be contains like characters, right? Everything is contains like a character. Then only it is represented to the object. Okay, so then next one is sum of function. Sum of function is helpful. Like additional function is helpful to identify the null values. So empty values. How many empty values is there? The index is 0, tools is 0, target is only have a target is also 0, review is only have a 686. Because of around 74,000 entries, in 686 reviews values will be missing. Reviews value is missing. In the particular places, the empty column is like empty cell is there. There is don't have output. So we cannot directly find out that, right? Because of we have a large amount of data. Okay. It's not a much big thing. So integer means it is we have mentioned like a numbers. So one starting with 1 to still 1,000, 10,000, like that numbers we can mention like a int. Int means integer. Okay. So object means it is mentioned like a characters. So now we can mention like a character. So index column is having numbers only. So 9,200. Everything is mentioned like a characters, right? So the 2,401. So everything mentioned like a numbers. Then we can say it is an integer. The others, the tools, target, and review, everything mentioned like a text characters only. then only we can mention like that is object. Okay, this is the difference between integer and object. Okay, so next one, like null values. So we have a 686 null values is there. So how can we drop this? So we have a large amount of data, right? So we have to we can to drop, sorry, we have to drop the values. So TD is our data set dot drop now function is to helpful to drop the empty values. So in place equal true means where the particular empty values are presented here, the every value empty values will be removed. Okay, now so once I run this, after that once again we can check with the null value. Here it is having 686 null values are presented in this review column. After the drop now, like removing process, we have to check it is no null values are there. The every column will be have a 0. Okay. So then the value counts. So we can check if the individual value counts about our target column. So target column only have a classified values. So others are contains the continuous values. Target is having negative, positive, relevant or irrelevant or neutral, like that value is only there. If I run this, you can see the target column is having negative reviews around 22,000 negative reviews, 20,000 positive reviews, and 18,000 neutral reviews, and 12,000 irrelevant reviews. Based on the count wise, every classified values are there, like that target values are there. Okay, so then we have to go with that. Find out the values. So we need only target and review. Based on the review base, we can find out the target. So the review is which one? It is a positive or negative. This way, now we can we have to find out. Then we can filter the target and the review column only. Okay. So now I have to check only target and review column is there. Others is we removed, and we removed means we cannot take. So we are not take, right? Then we have to find out the on each index value. So td dot loc, the loc means locator. So we can mention like if a 999 means the 999th index, which kind of review is there. Okay, so you can see the 999th index is having who's down the some border and this kind. This is the tweet. That means it's a review, and the target is a positive. It is a positive review. In our data set, this is the mention like this. We have to change this one into 10,130. This is my index. I have to call the 10,130 index. I have to call in this particular index is which kind of thing is contains. Let's fucking go. It's also positive because our data set is mentioning like this kind of way. So this word like this tweet is mentioned like a positive tweet. Like that way, our data will be represented. Okay. So we have to easily find out means the 74. Okay. So most of the positive thing is here now. Okay. So you have to one kind of option is there. Okay. So wait a second. So now I have to choose TD into, oh, sorry, TD of inside the value, the target is represent to the negative. I have to choose negative. So it's filtering the values into negative. Okay, fine. Okay, it is mentioned like a false. Okay, wait a second, guys. Oh, yeah, like this way. This is the syntax. I forgot the syntax. Right? So here I have to mention in the word like a negative. So I have to change the variable also that is negative. Once again, I call this. It is not executed. Okay, can you hold on this? Because maybe the text will happen now. So this text will be there now. Then only it is not executing the words. It is the way method, like there is a way we have to filter the value. The target is equal to negative means where the negative values are presented means the every place will be grouping concept, like it's a group by concept. Okay, so we have to find out in upcoming cells. Okay, here the based on the locate the index value wise, we can find out the review only. We cannot get the target value, we can just get a review only. Okay, the 10,130 isn't that fucking go now, so we have to search this one also. 30 we can find out the review. So same review is there, so let's fucking go. It is the one of the fit or review. Then we have individually check the value count, so how much negative, how much positive, already we know about that. Then we have to using the label encoder for converting the text into the number format. Okay. Yeah, so from sklearn dot preprocessing of import label encoder. The label encoder means we have our labels in a text format, right? So we have to converting the text into numbers format, like zero ones, like that way, right? So we are running this, and the LE means the label encoder. We have to create our made of model. We can run this, and one side we have to convert this negative, positive, neutral, irrelevant. This kind of 4 words converting into number format. So if I run this, everything will be converted, and then we have to run this one again also. First we can fit the values, then we have to transform the values. Okay, then we have to check with that particular thing. So td dot value counts of target. Before that we have to check this one. It is not converted, we have to mentioning the values like this. So list is LE inverse transform into 0 or 1. So irrelevant is transformed into the 0, and negative is transforming into 1, and neutral is transforming into 2, and positive is transforming into like as a 3. The label encoder is not nothing but we have to convert the text into the number format. The individual text only. So we are in our target column is having what is that text object format now. So we have to convert, then only we can train our data for our model. So we have to run this one. Once again, I have to check td dot replace of this. Now it is no needed. Before that, we can check. Yeah, of course. This is not that. So I have to replace it manually. So I think it is not executed. So td dot replace of. Once I apply this kind of module, the module is not working for this particular values. So I have to manually do with this. So the negative is represent like a 0, and the positive represent like a 1, neutral represent like a 2, and irrelevant is represent 3, like this format. Yeah, right. 0 ones, right. First, we have to converting into 0 1 format, right? Like a whole number, we are converting the whole number. Then it is move on to the what is that 0 or 1 format. That's why we having some kind of method, tokenization, and also stemming. Stemming is an suffix word. The tokenization is represent to the 0 or 1 format. We have to convert. So now I have to check this one here. What is that? First one, the negative was 0, positive is 1, neutral is 2, and the irrelevant is a 3. Yeah, right. First words are negative, it's a 0, positive is a 1, neutral is a 2, irrelevant is a 3. Like that way it's converted. So then it is for our understanding. So we have a 3 to 4 4 kind of classification values now. So then only I have to mention individual 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, how can I do this? How can I understand? Now I can easily understand 0 is a negative, 1 is a positive, 2 is a neutral or irrelevant, 3 is a 3 irrelevant or neutral, like that way. For our understanding, we have to mentioning like the name as a numbers. It is easy to understand. Okay, we no need to mentioning the characters and mentioning the quotation is no needed. Then only we can represent like a 0 to till 3. See, label encoder is not nothing but it is helpful to transform the values into automatically transform the values into character to numbers. Now I'll try this, but it is not work out. You can see this. First, I have to pick the character like object value, that means text value. Then I have to transform the every text value into this ascending order. But I have to check it is not work out. The model is not fit for this. So only I have to mention the manual way. Manual way I have to mention that. That is the method like this. That is one of the concept. If you are also having some kind of this conversion, you can try with this label encoder like that. That is one of the thing, like one of the model. Okay, it is not fit for my data. Then only I have to move on the manual way, right? Okay, so then I have to convert this one. Then I have to go with that overall column. Here also everything is converted like a 1 or 2 like this. And here I have to check positive, how many positive, negative like this. So most of the thing is having positive. So now again going with the check with the negative. So you have to check with the negative, you can easily understand. So the negativity is starting from this 24th index. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And then again start mention like a 65th index, 66, 67, 68. So in this particular index only having these each values. Then next one is a word cloud. So here we have to comes to the visualization. From word cloud import word cloud is helpful to make that visualization. And the PLD is represent to the matplotlib. In starting we have to mention new library matplotlib. Here also we can mention PLD.figure of fixed size means it is adjusting the overall size, length and width. 20 cross 20 means it is 20 length and 20 width. Then we see the variable word cloud and the minimum font size is 3 and the maximum font size is 3000. So based on the repeated words. So width is 1600, height is 800 about the inside the frame. And dot generate means it is avoid the based on the review wise. You analyze in the review how many words repeatedly comes. Here is mentioned the game, and the Twitter, and the pick, love, the new, the place. These kind of words commonly used in repeated, like most of the time format. Multiple times this particular mentioned word will be repeated. And only the size will be bigger comparatively others. The word cloud it's represent to the based on the count. Okay, sir. Yeah. For example, the Twitter game, this kind of words repeatedly comes from our reviews in this particular reviews. Here the reviews text is there now. So the particular life is there. Life word is there. You can see the life word. So based on the words repeated time, like the count, repeated count wise, the size, the visualization of the size will be different. This game, Twitter, pick, love, these are continuously comes like that. Then only it is represent to the big size. So others are look like a small. So make, see, going, go, best, and year, home, deport, overwatch. This kind of a repeated like comes very less count of time is comes like that. Then only it has happened like this format. Okay. So next we have to mention the stop words. So here the particular is the particular basic words are stop like this. So we have mentioned the NLTK, that is Natural Language Toolkit. The stop words is one of the module, and the string we can mentioning to the particular words. The words are mentioned like a string now, so then only. And NLTK dot download means every toolkit packages was downloaded here. How we can download the libraries? So same like that way. Here also download like this. NLTK dot download all means so every NLTK libraries are downloaded here. Okay, I have to go with this. Once it is downloaded, now I have to come with that stop word. In English, stop words are repeat. We have to stop. So set stopwords dot words in English. The punctuation also we have to stop. That is a list of string dot punctuation, stop dot update of punctuation. So here the stop words and punctuation both are applied to our entire data. Then we have to mentioning the starts with the J and starts with the V and starts with the N, starts with the R. This kind of tags we have to remove. Here we have to tagline the particular tags or the tag that gets taken away. This kind of mentioned characters we have to remove. So we have to mention like that the word net simple position and the tag. The tag word starts with J and V. So then you have to go with that word net lematizer. Stem lematizer. We have to see that the stemming, the end of the word we have to remove. That process we have to do with this place. Lematizer we have to create a model, lematize the text words. Finally, the empty text will be stored in this particular list. So based on the looping concept, the I is going to execute each and every text one by one. The text dot split dot lower, not in stop, so stop words. So word lematizer. The lematizer is mentioned to the in our slide we can see now what is that like rearranging the words. Lematizer is helpful to rearranging our words. Okay, once I have to mentioning this one. Okay, once I run this to 25th, sorry, 250th review. Here, like that, most of the word, the particular word is not represent, I think. So we have to lematize the particular words. So it is the before lemmatization. Next one is the after lemmatization. This one is before lemmatization. Once again, we have to mention the lemmatized word module is applied here. Here you can see this the capital word and arrow. I think the grammatical words are aligning properly like this. And td dot review to lemmatizing entire review column. Here just we can try within one thing, like only one kind of review we can take and execute that. In this cell, we have to converting the entire review column. Here you can see it is a sort list, I mean filtered. Okay. So once it's done, we have to move on with another one. Okay, it takes some time. So kindly wait. Think the internet is there. Yeah. Okay, once it's done, so you have to go with next one because it takes some time. Yeah, now it's done. Now we have go with the next one. We have to execute everything. So everything will be sorted like this format, reviews, and here we have to splitting into X and Y. That means review is an input data, Y target is our output data, right? So based on the review wise, it is a positive or negative way we can find out. Then we can see the Y is executed like 1 or 0 this way. Then we have to mention like a TF idea factorizer. Here we can apply to our step that is 0 or 1 concept. Feature extraction text, the TF idea factorizer. We have to identify the range of this one starting 1 to 3. And the review will be converting like this 0 or 1 format. Then we have to check the shape of the each and everything. Okay, it is also taking some time. Okay, so now I go with that shape. The shape will be increased because the every value is converting like a next value, right? So next go with the shape, and again check it the TD shape. Starting TD shape is in two column and 70,000 entries. Here it is converting like this. Then you have to split it the data like this: X train, X text, and Y train, Y test. X train means it is the input training data. Y train is an output training data. X test is the input testing data. Y test is an output testing data. Here the train test split function to split it based on the input or train output train data space. It is happened. So already we have an input. XTF is an our input, exact input. It is one, and YTF, Y it's our exact output. That is this one, our positive or negative way, right? The test size is 0.2 and random state is in 4. The test size means we have to mentioning how many kind of thing we have to represent the training size. We have to mentioning the 70% training or 80% training or 90% training. Based on our wish, we have to fix this. And the random state is one of the stable thing. We have to find out the accuracy score of our model. So every time we have to run, the score is not changing. Only one time it's fixed. That is a fixed score. Then only we can use the random state. It is stabling the accuracy score. So now I have to run this one. So I have to check the shape of each and everything. Our entire shape, the two column and the 70,000 way, it is happened. After the training or testing, it is splitted like this. The entries are splitting into the 59,000 and 14,000 like that way. We have to mention in the 0.3 means in this particular both value will be deferred because I have to increasing the training size or decreasing the testing size. Once I run this, after that I have to check. You can see the 51,000 is a training size, 22,000 is a testing size. This is the way the size will be deferred. Then here I'm mentioning the maybe bias, one of the library to create a machine learning model. Okay, so stl.navy bias is the library. Get it from this particular multi-nominal navy, like NB means navy bias. This is the module name, that means function name. I have to create the MN NB is an object, like in variable, and the multinomial NB is an what is that? The model. Once I fit this one input or training, X train is input training, Y train is an output training. Both are fit to our model. Then have to get the result about the input training data. The results are comes like a 0, 0. That is this everything which mentioned like a positive, negative, or irrelevant and neutral. This is the way it is represented in the training. Because this kind of things we have to represent, right? Like we have to need. And the metrics, accuracy score, confusion matrix, classification report wise, we have to come one kind of thing. The accuracy score, it is happening like a 94.10. So when the accuracy score is comes like above 70 means our model will be better to train, like better training. It is in middle of the 50 to 70, in between the 15 to 70 means it is average model. Below 50, it is a bad model. It is not fit for our prediction. That is why it is represent. But here our model comes like a 94%. It is a good model. So our prediction also good. And classification report based on these features. It is not no need to time to explain this one. So based on the score wise, we have to find out two kind of things. So our Y train is our exact output, result is our predicted output. How much of support the both are will be given to our model. Then heat map, the Seaborn is helpful to mentioning the heat map. Here, so here the 0 to 0 means the variations happen. So positive, sorry, negative value is negative and positive value equally predicted, but the relevant or irrelevant with this kind of values is not equally predicted. It is have a much variations about that. It is around 70,000. It is in only 8 near is 8,000 only. So every value will equally split it here. Then only we have to get a proper prediction. So we have to equalize this one. We have to go with that everything. So 0 is a 30% predicted, 1 is a 27%, 2 is 24%, 3 is 17%. So we have to equalize the every values. So in IMB learn is helpful to equalize the value sampling. Okay, so y dot value counts, we have to check the everything like this. So after the resampling, so the random undersampling means it's enhancing the, like, splitting the sampling into the equalized. So here it's having the negative review is having much too much values. So it is splitting into the everything. So every values, the 4 classification values will be equally splitted. Here 12,000, 12,000, 12,000, the everything will be equally splitted. Here our prediction will be do it as well. So once again, you have to split the training and testing. We have to check the values like this. Okay, I'm not run this one. I think run this and answer once again this. Again, go with the training and testing. We'll go with the training value counts and go with a multi-knob Navy bias. Once again, get a second model of Navy bias. I predict this one, and accuracy score also 96. Here the accuracy score will be increased. Once again, check the classification report and SNS dot heat map. Here you can see it is more or everything will be equally here. So 0 means negative, positive, irrelevant, and neutral. Everything will be nearly 8,000. So what is it? Multinomial. It is one of the algorithm name, machine learning algorithm name. You can search within machine learning algorithms. You have to see this one. Multinomial is one of the algorithm name in machine learning concept. So now I have to check, go with that prediction. So it is already, we see this one. So based on the index wise, what is the review and what is the thing it has happened. And once again, lemmatized the words, like converted the words. So here it is asking to me. So here I have to give the random text like input. I am not like you. I enter this one. It is mentioned like a positive because it is taking the only like. So in this like is represent to the positive review, right? So if I run this again, I go to check with this. It is bad. It is irrelevant because I am not mentioning any kind of thing. I mean, I'm not mentioning any product or person. I'm not mentioning thing. That is just now I said like it is bad. So it is irrelevant one. So based on this wise, it is mentioning like this. Okay, if I give it like a it is average. Getting spelling mistake now. So one or two model will be missing like that. So normally is giving another output. So we have to go with that using the particular API key for this particular response, like an identification. We have to using the OpenAI, like installing the OpenAI. That is, we have to get the library. That means yeah. So import the OpenAI. It's helpful to randomly make the values. It is in table format, that is visualized like showing the our tweet. It is a positive or negative like that way. We have to need a API key. So you can take this API key. It is enough for that. Run this API key, and like I mentioned with GPT sentiment analysis, one of the GPT model I have to implement. When this kind of prompt is here, the classify the sentiment of the following tweet as positive or negative or neutral. So you can mention based on the tweet wise, you can represent it is a positive or negative or tweet neutral. You can mentioning like that. In the response to OpenAI, the chatbot will be replied based on that. Role, user, and content wise, what is the prompt is that the prompt is comes under the positive or negative or what is that thing it is mentioned. I run this one, and the sample data you can 10. The random state is a 42 is a copy from that. And the GPT is predicted, the GPT predicted value is mentioning here, and the review is assigned here. So when it is both, everything will be combined here. the table was created. Review and target and GPT predictor is what. If I run this, you can see the review is look like a fail check way move vehicle clearly. It is 3 means it is irrelevant one. So wow, take short crazy people. That means it's irrelevant. And Nvidia unveils it is an I think it is average. And a huge radio play here and a reinvention corporate. This also second one is an average one. So based on the values I think the review wise the value will be there. The 0 or 1s mostly irrelevant and average like neutral and the positive is there. The negative everything is equally split. I think it is a highlighted tweets also. Okay, so this is the way we have to find out the Twitter sentiment analysis. Okay, so we don't have a time. So our time is 7:15. Okay, once I check with that. Okay, the data set is not uploaded also. Okay, once I clear the every errors in this particular another GAN model file, I will share you so you can try to understand this. The concept of same. Okay, already we know that digit MNIST digit, right? Digit generation. So this also same like that. Radars only it changed. That is human face generation. So I try to share this one. You can try to understand, or else you have to ask me if I got a chance. We will discuss about this one because it is an image data now. It's to take too much time. The uploading process, the training process. So you have to see the epochs. I think it's nearly 50 epochs. I think it is there now. Okay, where is the epoch count? I think if I mention the epoch size, it is around 50 to 60. And only I said. Okay, so this is the way we have to try to understand this one. I hope everyone will understand. So if you have any doubt, you can contact anytime with us or share it your queries in the WhatsApp group. And kindly fill it your attendance. So day 4 and 5, both attendance we will share it in the comment box. So any kind of query, you can contact your WhatsApp or else you can note this particular WhatsApp number, individually give a message. Okay. Thank you everyone and thank you for this opportunity and thank you for your listening and your interaction, everything. Thank you for that. So most of the people interact with me. You can ask me multiple doubts and you can say multiple queries. So thank you for that and your response also. I think already we have to share the link, review link. So once again, I had to share. So can you wait? I think Monday we have to update about the certifications. Monday we will update. Amit Patil. So what you asked, any open problem for research in sentiment analysis? I don't know. So what you try to ask, I cannot understand your query. So you can ask a common problem. Majorly, you have to facing the particular model selection or its data collection. You have to manually collect the data in your source place, or else you have to collect the data from the particular common place, that is Kaggle, like that way platform. You can get it that. I am not give a surety about that particular every data is correct. Okay, so we don't know about that. So any one of the people which share the data, we have to take and use it to our purpose. So better way, you can manually, you have, if any possible to, you can collect the data, you can try with that. Agamat sir, I think it is not a problem. So we have some kind of percentages there based on your college wise. One day only you miss now, so it is not affect your certifications. Yeah, okay, fine, fine. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. If you fill it your attendance, you can leave. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. You kindly try to share your feedback in a link, and you can directly share it also. That is other better. Don't hesitate. When you have a doubt, any queries, you can give that message in our WhatsApp group. So we will reply. Which link, ma'am? It's attendance link or review link? So review link already have. Okay, attendance link. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Navy bias is one of the algorithm name. If you know about the machine learning concept, you easily understand the Navy bias also. It's one of the supervised learning types algorithm. You can search with the Google in a machine learning algorithm. You have to see this particular Navy bias is one of the machine learning library. Okay, fine. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, faculties. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening and attention, everything. So we got a chance. We have to meet with that another. If you have any kind of any in your students or in your college related any workshops, can be contact with us. Already you have to share this just contact details also. So any MOU signing or else any program you have to conduct, so kindly contact with us. And thank you so much. Thank you. Feedback link. Contact number. Yeah, you can see my screen. The screen is you have a website and mail ID and my contact our Abhishek contact number also there. Feedback link. If you have a certificate, we will update on Monday or next week. If you have any queries, you can contact with our coordinator. So give a message in WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. See you.